Also, I wanted to say something about doing time in county jails across the state. So when I was first incarcerated, when I was first sent to prison, after going to Dodge, so that little graphic you showed was a little bit simplified. After going to Dodge, I actually went to a county jail for about 9 months. And county jail time is tough, it's really tough. As James said, he would rather spend, time in solitary confinement in Lincoln Hills than he would be in general population in some of these prisons. Same goes with these county jails. So, I mean, if push comes to shove and you have to do one or the other, my vote is actually to build a new prison. Because serving time in county jail is no joke. It's extremely rough, extremely awful. It's borderline inhumane. So that's just my experience.
And just to build off that, the $51.50, that figure that I cited, is the base payment that the state gives to the counties on contract. That is for the very simple warehousing of men. It does not include any money for any programming. And so state inmates that are serving their state sentence in a county jail would require the benevolent action of the county government to spend additional dollars to move that state inmate into their program. Well, we all know that that's not going to happen. So that experience of serving a long sentence in a county jail is far more like being in solitary confinement than an actual prison. No green space or rec time, no programming, no jobs. I mean, because they're not Huber eligible, so there's a lot of additional problems, and I thank you for bringing that up as well.
So, just really quick, the moderator wanted me to give some examples of why it's so horrible to be in county jail versus prison time. So, in the state prisons, they have certain, limitations or certain requirements that you have to be fed 3 times a day. You have to have, vegetables, fruits, etc. You have time to go outside and exercise. In my opinion, it's like basic human rights. You can't just be locked in a cell all day. In county jails, as the representative said, you don't have services. You don't get to go to GED classes. You don't get to go to school. A lot of these places don't have libraries. A lot of these places barely have a TV. You have very limited resources, but on top of the limited resources, you have room. You have a cell block. You might have let's say 4 or 5 cell blocks on a given floor. You have 6 floors. Each floor is monitored by 1 man, 2 men. Each cell block might have 20, 30 inmates. The cell block is a quarter of this room. So you have all these people jammed into this room for 24 hours a day, every day. You have very limited ability to make phone calls, to see outside, to get exercise. Anything is honestly, it's abysmal.
Also, there's an intangible that people don't talk about in prison. When you sit in prison for years, you develop friendships, familial bonds with people. You spend every day with these same people over and over and over and over and over. When you're sitting in the county jail, dude comes in on Friday, he's going on Sunday. Dude comes in on Monday, he leaves on Wednesday. And you don't never really get this sense of normalcy. In prison, there's this, whole I don't want to call it community, because I have positive connotation with the word community, but there's a organized structure, apart from the employees, where people know their place, and it just makes having the routine that much simpler, because I know that I'm gonna eat with him, and I know that I'm gonna hoop with him or whatever, instead of every day you wondering who your cellie's gonna be.
And also in the county jails, it's kind of like what you were saying earlier about Lincoln Hills, about the women facilities where they just mix you in together. So I was in there with people convicted of murder, people convicted of kidnapping and rape, pedophiles, all types of craziness. It just all mixed together. So it's just very, very different.